We've been wanting to get a new chandelier to put over our dining room table for a while now. So luckily we got this really nice chandelier sent to us to make a video about. This is a paid post. All right, let me go ahead and show you how I set this thing up. Okay, I got the last one put up there. Yeah, those look pretty nice. All right, I'm going to turn the lights on and see how they look. All lit up and everything. Oh wow, that looks nice. Yeah, that's a really nice chandelier. First thing I need to do is take this old chandelier down. I got my step ladder out here, and I got a wrench here so that I can loosen up this bracket on here. Make sure you got your electricity turned off here. And then after you've double checked your electricity's off, you're ready to get started. Little bracket right there that needs to be loosened up with the wrench. Here's what the wiring looks like here in my house. We got the white wire here, and we got the black wire here, and we got the copper wire there. We'll just go ahead and get this all disconnected, and then I can take this old chandelier down. I got the chandelier off here. I'm going to go ahead and take this bracket off here. We don't need that on there. That was for the old chandelier. Then we got our house wires here. This black one here, that's our L wire. That's our hot wire for our line. And then this white wire here is our neutral wire. And then this copper one over here is our ground. The wires may be different on your house, so you want to make sure you understand your wiring first before you plug this in. But the black wire here, our line wire, will connect to the black wire on the chandelier. And our white wire, our neutral wire, will connect to the white wire on the chandelier. Here's our wiring. Here we got our black wire and our white wire. And then our directions here show the N wire is our white wire for neutral, and then our L wire is our black wire there for the hot wire. This is the bracket to my old chandelier, and this is the bracket to the new chandelier, so you can see we're not going to be using this one anymore. To unscrew these, you just do it from the bottom here. You just unscrew these things on here. And then that takes the bracket loose. And now we got our wire sleeve here, and then we got our ground wire, and then we got our bracket here to connect to the ceiling. It came with some bags of screws here. These will connect to the bracket in the ceiling right there, and then there's your wire nuts there to secure all the wires. And then you got some ceiling anchors there if you want to use those. Okay, I got the plate here, and these screws face down. That's what we'll attach to the chandelier. And then all these wires need to come in here and go into this part here. I put some drywall screws in there. They're not going to be strong enough to hold it, but that's good to mark it, so then I can put some drywall anchors in there to secure this bracket to the ceiling there. And then once you take the bracket off, you'll see your pilot holes in there in the ceiling, and then you can put your drywall anchors in there to hold the bracket up there in place. You can use the anchors that came with it, or you can use your own, whatever your preference is there. If you can hit a stud, that would be better, but if you're just going into drywall, you just want to have some anchors to hold it steady. The main thing that's going to be holding it up is this bracket here, which is attached to the stud. Before you get this too tight here, make sure you get these lined up here with these drywall anchors in here to keep it where we want it. Try not to drop your screws. There is a sleeve on here that you can pull up if you have one of these extenders there, and that should keep things from dropping around like I just did. This part's optional right here, but since this was the only thing that was really holding it up is this bracket right here, I put some washers in here to give it some extra strength. since these were just connected to drywall anchors. It feels pretty strong here, but don't let that fool you because that's just in the drywall. This is the main part here that's connected to the bracket that is connected to the stud. So I just went ahead and put those extra washers there just to make sure I got plenty of support here. It doesn't come with washers, but I like to keep some washers around to use for this kind of stuff to just get a little bit of extra support there. If you want to use a stud finder, you can find the studs and then you can connect it to the studs and then it'll be in there really secure. But if you can't find the studs or if the studs aren't where you want them, then you'll have to use the drywall anchors. You can choose how low or how high you want your chandelier to hang down. I'm going to go with this size right here, the second to the shortest one. I don't want it too short, but I don't want to have it hanging down too low either. So this is the size that I'm going to choose right here. And then you got some hardware here. You got some nuts and some washers and a little wrench right here. The small hole that goes to the mounts right there that hold this bracket to the ceiling mount. And then the big holes right here is where you'll run these through. And that's where your nuts and your washers are going to go. It can be a little bit hard to push the wires through here. So I put the wires into the sleeve right here, and then it was easy to pull them through here. And they fit through there, but they get snagged on that little thing right there. And so by putting them in that sleeve, then that works a little bit better. And then once you pull the wires through, you can just screw this pole on here like that. And then you got it all secure. I went ahead and did it on both of them. It seemed like that was the easiest way to go. And then I'll attach the top piece to it there. I got the wires running through both of these poles right here. And I got the poles connected. Now I just need to connect these pieces right here so that I'll have one big chandelier there. There's 4 screws on here that you take off on each side. So you take those screws off and then we'll just connect these 2 wires right here like this. And then we just slip the whole thing together so that we have one big chandelier right here. So yeah, you just slip it together and then screw those 4 screws back on there. You just connect the wire clips together and then you push these together until they're even there, and then you can put your screws back in. Once you get these 4 screws in there on this side and your 4 screws in here on this side, then you put the top plate on there and you'll get out your washer and your nuts there and you'll thread it through here, and then you can screw it on here to fasten these poles here to the top bracket there. And then after that, we can put it on the ceiling up there. I got the copper ground hooked up and then put up inside there. The same thing with these wires. Once I hook them up, I'm going to push them up inside here, and then I'll be able to attach the chandelier to these mount pieces right here. I just followed the directions here, and I took both the black wires here and I hooked them to the black wire into the ceiling, which is the hot wire. And I took both of the white wires and I hooked them up to the white wire in the ceiling, which is the neutral wire, which would be step 4 down here. You just follow all the directions are pretty good. You just follow all the directions along here, and then you'll be able to get it all hooked up and installed. Okay, I got it put up there. I ran all the wiring inside there up into the outlet box there. And then I just attached those 2 screws there to hold it into place. So I got it all secured up there and all the wiring secured. All right, I got the power turned back on and I got 1 light bulb in here. I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch on and test it to see if it's working before I finish by putting all the glass and everything in. Make sure it all works first before I do that part. All right, here we go. Ta-da! We got light. All right, now I can go ahead and put all the glass pieces on there and then put the light bulbs in. Here's the light bulbs that I put in here. You can see they have a little bit of a smaller end on the end there than a regular light bulb. So this is the brand that I use, the GE Relax LED. And you'll need to get 16 total light bulbs to put up there. But yeah, these are pretty nice. I went with 40 watt soft white. I thought that would look nice on there. All right, now I got all the light bulbs installed. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the lights on and make sure everything works before I put all the glass on there. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, that chandelier really lights things up. It looks really pretty. All right, now we'll go ahead and get the glass out. The glass is packaged really good in this box. There's two pieces of glass. There's the long pieces. Here's the long pieces right here. And then it also comes with these short pieces right here. And these short pieces go on the bottom. They got a little hole in there so they can be screwed in. You just unscrew these little pieces right here so that you can attach the glass there and then secure it. So that's what it should look like there once you put the glass on. So I'm just going to go through here and put the glass on all the bottoms here. So you just continue working your way around installing all the glass. These just unscrew like that. And then you can put your glass in there. Okay, I got all the bottom glass pieces screwed in there. That was a little bit hard for me to squeeze my fingers in there to tighten those up. I ended up not wearing the gloves because they were a little too small for me, and I wanted to make sure I had a good grip there because I didn't want to drop any of those glass pieces right there. It does come with 2 extra in case you have an accident. There's a few extra there for you. Yeah, those glass pieces look really nice. All right, now I'm going to put the top pieces on. The top pieces are a little easier to install. You just set them in there, and there's some rubber pads in there to hold them into place. Got some rubber pads in there that hold them into place there. So yeah, you just set them down in there. Okay, I got the last one put up there. Yeah, those look pretty nice. All right, I'm going to turn the lights on and see how they look. All lit up and everything. Oh wow, that looks nice. Yeah, that's a really nice chandelier. All right, now I'm just going to clean up in here and put the table back, and then we'll see how it all looks together. Oh yeah, the chandelier looks really nice over the table like that.